welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine, and today I will be reading to you from the Stained Glass Tarot by, I don't know. I don't know who this is by. So I'm following this up. I did a review just recently on the Kingdom Within Tarot, and I dislike the artwork on that deck so much. I cannot read from it. I can't get through it. My brain just looks at it and goes, no, and I repel. But I love this deck. But I've bought a couple of iterations on it. I've got this one, which is published by Craft Cards in 2022. But and this was the second one I bought. I bought this one first off of eBay from some, card and game shop, something on eBay. And didn't come with any book, but it had some really, really pretty designs. But as I was, here, I'll show you some of them. As I was going through this deck, though, try and get the glare off. It's a 78 card, Rider-Waite Smith, 22 majors, 56 minors, and the motif is stained glass. Now, it's a very obviously AI. I was a stained glass artist, well, I guess I still am, but I was a professional stained glass artist for a couple of years, and there are just some anomalies in this that would not be part of stained glass art. There's the way the supports are done in some things. Let's look at this. I'll show you one here. Strength here. Just the way this line that would be normally a support bar in a stained glass window actually goes through the lion's nose but doesn't come out the other side. We would never design a structure like that. You would find ways that it would either be continuous or it wouldn't impede the artwork. So yeah, so AI. Yay, AI. Mixed feelings on that. Or maybe just a lot of skepticism on my part. I can't bash AI too much. It helps me do research. Yeah, if you look at this, like a lot of the swords, suit of swords, let's see if I can get nice and close. It's got two hilts and no blade. And then there's this other weird little blade coming off here. And how do I know that one of these is pirated and one of these is not, or both of them are pirated? I compared each one of these cards one by one. And where are you? Looking for swords. Where are my swords? Four of Swords. All right, we're going to pull the Four of Swords out of this deck. Now, every other card in these two decks is exactly the same picture. Now, this one I got off of Amazon later. This one is, like I said, apparently this came in a book. Craft Cards 2024. Okay. All right. I'll bite. When I looked up craft cards online, though, it was just a collection of pirated decks from, some of them were Los Scarabeo decks, some of them were other Llewellyn decks that I'd seen other places, and they were all labeled as craft work. I'm like, okay, this is a company that's just pirating decks. Okay. First off, the backs are not the same. Funny thing, I was on Etsy, and I found a deck of cards that looked like this size, this shape, this height, but it had this as the background, and it was being sold in France. So I got in touch with the seller, and she said it was just by some independent. She didn't have a real publisher for it. So I don't know what the deal is with this deck. But let's go to the Four of Swords. 6, 5, 4. Okay, so here's what kind of creeps me out a little bit about the bigger deck. Look at the face. Can you see the face? This one's sleeping. This one's staring at you really creepy. It's really freaky. But obviously, somebody's been playing with different ideas with this deck. Problem is, I really, really like this deck. So this is a pseudo review. This is the one. I keep this one in my purse. Keep it in a box in a little bag. And I take it with me everywhere because I run into people who know me that I read tarot and Yeah, this is actually an old glasses case. I can't say that I'm being super esoteric or awesome about having a little silk bag for it. No, it's microfiber and it just protects the box while it's in my handbag. So, okay, back to us here. Because I'm going to shuffle up and I'm going to do just a Celtic cross reading with this deck. Like I said, it's a really cool deck. It's obviously AI, but I enjoy it. Having been a stained glass artist, anything with stained glass on it, I'm kind of hooked on. All right, let's shuffle and deal. Okay, let's just give this a couple more shuffles. I've been shuffling in the pause here and spraying cards everywhere, so it should be a rather good mix up. One more time. We're just gonna do a Celtic cross today. The little book that comes with this didn't have any kind of special spreads to it, and it did have some nominal card information in there, so nothing earth shattering, but the cards. All right, I'm kind of discombobulated today. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, ooh, signature card, energy, Five of Pentacles. So it's kind of a rainy, gloomy day where I am here. And so maybe Five of Pentacles of kind of feeling a little bit out on one's own. A little bit of a departure. Maybe this whole video has been a departure. The sun, situation, the sun. So somewhere the sun is shining, and I'm hoping it's shining on you, because then that means the situation is good. Where's our opportunity? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. You know what? I'm going to grab, since I sort of have paired this with my Kingdom Within tarot, the Alchemy of Tarot. Let's see what the Queen of Wands, what her MBTI type is. Let's come back here. Cups, cups, swords. There we are, right in front of me. All right. Astrological Association Aries. Actual people. Introvert, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. ISFPs have finely tuned aesthetic sensibilities. Focused on their inner world, they excel in the fine arts and are dedicated to expressing their opinions and ideals. This could represent an older woman or any mother who is powerful, creative, and goal-oriented and may have a fire sign for either her sun sign or ascendant sign. And of course, the book goes into way further detail on the Queen of Wands. But let's talk about an opportunity to get fired up about something. So let's think about the queens. The queens kind of get the idea, and they say they incubate it. They get things cooking. They get things moving. They get things organized and pulled together and put just so that they can then launch, which kind of ties into motherhood now that I've got kids that are launching, adults that are launched. So there's the opportunity. The opportunity is to get something together for it, prepare for launch here. Okay. Guidance. Eight of Cups. Yeah, talking about launching. The Eight of Cups is certainly talking about moving forward into something new. And it even sometimes means leaving what looks like it's working okay behind in order to pursue the new. Roots. The world. The world is at the roots. So there's been a sense of graduation, of progress, of process. Things are moving forward, and it's working out very, very well. Okay. Past, the Lovers, having to make choices that make your heart happy. In my day, that means having to be honest about something I didn't like, which, I don't like to bash on anybody, so that was a little bit more challenging. I'll put a link to that review, even though it has nothing to do with this deck, in the description box below. Knight of Wands is our future, kind of charging forward into something very exciting or something that we are very excited about. All right, let's flip cameras here. All right. So yeah, here we have our our energy. Five of Pentacles could be my energy. I might be a little bit down at the moment. The Sun, though, the situation is great. The opportunity is to get things ready to launch. Guidance is a launching. The root is success and progress. We're coming from having to make decisions that satisfy emotionally and forging forward with fire. The fire of fire here with the Knight of Wands. A lot of passion, a lot of energy there. So, the self, how we're seen, Six of Swords, moving onward and upward. Let me see if we can pull out here. The camera, that is. Don't get good like that with me. Don't need that. There we go. There's a little more view. Okay. A little more of the table. Okay. So, Six of Swords, ourself, our environment, King of Wands. So we've got a lot of fire. We've got a lot of motion. We've got a lot of we've got the Queen of Wands getting things set up, the King of Wands in the environment ready to launch. She's going to get things every prepared, and he's going to take it from the launch point to the next level. Hopes and fears, Four of Pentacles. Sometimes you want things to stay the same, but things don't stay the same. Change the nature of life. So it's a fear of getting stuck, a hope of stability, and we live somewhere between. Five of Wands is our outcome. That has certainly got a lot of glare on it here. We've got the Five of Wands. And this could be training for something new, testing oneself, organizing the chaos, having to maybe deal with a little bit of contention, but winning out in the end. There might be some nominal opposition to whatever you're working on, this thing that you're nurturing and launching. But it's actually just going to make the idea a little bit stronger. You're going to have a better definition. You're going to be able to move forward with this very, very successfully. So yeah, this is a very, very straightforward reading. We do have, let's see, we've got our majors are the Lovers and the World. Just a couple of major arcana. So this is not something super huge in the course of life, but you're coming from a good place in both directions here. Your root is very, very strong with the World. Your past is very content. And so this is really helping you move forward and onward with a lot of verve. So yeah, being in a good place, having some good ideas, getting everything organized, getting the opportunities to get it all together because the environment is right to move forward with this. So the opportunity is to get the behind the scenes work done so that when you're ready to push forward, you're ready to move into this king energy and get that active force behind it. So, Four of Pentacles, hopes and fears, stuck versus stability. I often tell people hopes and fears are just constructs of the mind. It doesn't have really a whole lot of place in reality. So I wouldn't worry too much about this Four of Pentacles or being stuck. There is a little bit of training, a little honing to go, but it's looking like you're coming from a really great basis and have a good opportunity to work things out. So, okay. Read off of that because it's kind of dark in this room. I don't have my light from the window usual, so a little bit of glare. It's kind of a glossy cardstock. On my mystery cards, the cards I don't know where they really originate from, other than Amazon.com, and they didn't know where they came from either. They just sold them to me. So, yeah, somewhere between eBay and Amazon, this odd online dealer that is just pumping out other people's cards under their own. Yeah. Yikes. Publishing is probably a very tricky world. But other than publishing, what's going on in your world seems to be going very, very well. And just realize that this opposition that's happening isn't trying to stop you, it's trying to make your idea better. That's really a 5 of Wands. It's refining the ideas. It's helping you focus that drive that you have to get this on the road. So don't be too daunted by anybody who's like trying to play devil's advocate with you. They're just trying to help you either consciously or unconsciously. They may be thinking they're being a pain in your butt, but unconsciously really what they're doing is helping you get that focus and that drive in the proper direction. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. Uh, if you like this type of video, please like. If you like the type of content overall, please subscribe. And I will see you. I don't know why people say that. Why do we always say we'll see you the next time? I won't see you. I'm looking at a camera right now. You'll likely see me if you turn in, and I hope you do. So I hope you will join me for my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.